Hello everyone and welcome back. So in my previous video we have seen that what is how a normal application usually work, and we have discussed about the client and server architecture, how it behaves, and we came to know that in the server side architecture we will be developing a server side application which interacts with a single source of database and responds back to client. So usually it is the REST API, which what we are going to develop using a Spring Boot. And we have also seen the importance of Spring Boot, uh, and why we have chosen Spring Boot for the API development. Now today we are going to see how we can start with any Spring Boot application. So let's get into the mask. Let me share you my laptop. So now what happens is, to begin with any Spring Boot application, what you have to do is you have to use the Spring Initializer web applications through which you can initialize any Spring app. So what you do is you open the browser and type start.spring.io. This is a application. This is a Spring Initializer application from where you can get the initial setup done. So from where we can begin the uh, your development. So what happens is once you open the Spring Initializer, you can choose the project. I'm choosing the Maven as my build environment, so the build application. So I'll choose Maven, and the language what I'm going to use here is Java. So I've selected Java, and in Spring Boot, the latest versions is as of now 2.5.1. You can see 2.5.2 and 2.6 is under snapshot, so which are still under development. The stable version as of now is 2.5.1. And another project metadata, this is as part of any regular Maven project. Here also we can specify our metadata information for Maven project. So here I'm going to provide the metadata as Spring Boot, and the artifact what I'm going to give here is CRUD app, or else I say REST app. So we are going to develop a Spring REST app, and in the description I'm going to specify here as demo project to develop REST API using Spring Boot. And the packaging I'm going to choose as jar. See, as I've told you, like Spring is a standalone application, and you can simply use it as a jar also. Like even though because we are getting the web application, web server embedded as part of the Spring Boot, you can run the application using jar also. So once the application is developed, if you simply start this jar file, that itself is serve you as a REST API. So I'm going to show you how it happens. So I'm choosing a jar, and I'm choosing a jar version 8. Now here comes the main part. So under the dependencies, you can add the dependencies whichever you require. So initially, I'm going to make use of, when you say add dependency, there are many files, many libraries here, which can be used, and which are understandable by the Spring application. So I'm going to make use of web. I'm going to make use of web, and I'm going to add one more dependency, that is Spring Data JPA. And since we are going to develop the application using MySQL, I'll add MySQL driver as well. So having these things previously, what was the difficulty in developing a Spring application is you used to control the application and the version on your own. So sometimes it used to be compatible, it is not. But now the Spring Boot has made the developer's life easy by choosing the application. When you choose the dependency from here, what it exactly does is whatever the compatible versions that using which you can develop these applications are by default configured here in the Spring Boot. So you can use these applications in the ready-made. So once you put all these things, you have to simply press the generate. So I'll say REST app and I'll save it. So once this is saved, just open the folder and extract it. So I have extracted here, and you can open your favorite IDE. I'm using Eclipse here, so let me open the Eclipse. So once the Eclipse is open, now you can straight away import. Go to File, Import, and this being a Maven project, you can choose existing Maven project. Click Next, and here you can browse for the application. So here you can see that I have the REST app. I've chosen it, select the file and simply say finish. So here you got the project imported. So Maven is taking some time to build the project. So here you have the applications available. Now this is the basic project, what you get it, like this is where you can develop it. The main file what we need to understand is a pom.xml file. Let's double click that and see what exactly it has. So here some of the major things which you need to understand is here the parent. If you see the parent, it is saying that Spring Boot starter parent. So the parent tag indicates that whatever application we are developing now, it's a child application of the parent. That means here, as the parent is specified as the Spring Boot application, so the application what we are developing is on top of the Spring Boot. So that is how the Spring Boot manages our applications based on the annotations or the configurations, whatever you do. So next thing what it comes is here the group ID artifact, these are all the same thing what we have specified. And here you have one more feature called properties. Properties are real-time properties which Spring Boot can understand. So whatever specified, for example here the property what they mentioned is Java version as 1.8. So that's why you can see the JRE what we have is a Java SC 1.8. If you choose some other version 11 or 16, so it will have come with that particular version. So this is the properties, and based on this along with that, if Spring Boot, along with that we have what we have here is dependencies. So whatever dependencies you specify, like the Spring Boot starter, JPA, Spring Boot web, MySQL connector, and test also we got it. So now one thing what you have noticed compared to the previous one is none of these dependencies have the version. The main reason for not having the version is because these versions will be managed by the Spring Boot itself. So Spring Boot, what it does is based on the version whatever you choose, all the compatible dependencies and their versions is configured in the Spring. So as soon as you choose the version of the Spring Boot, all the suitable compatible drivers or the dependency jars will be automatically loaded here. So that's the reason you don't have any version specified here. And finally, it's a plugin. So the Spring Boot Maven plugin is what it is having here. So since we have created an application now, so what we'll do is enough of the theory now. So next we came into the process where it's time for us to get our hands dirty by really start developing this application. So that's what we are going to see in my next video. By the way, whatever I have specified or whatever we discuss now, that I have also created it as a blog. So if you want to read this step-by-step instruction, you can also refer my blog. The link is provided below. And if you like my video, please do like the video, and to get much more information, I advise you to subscribe to my channel, so that whenever, as and when I add new video I post a new video, you'll be receiving a notification and you may not miss any of my lessons. So that's all for today. Until next time, bye bye.